You know that feeling? You've been doing the techniques. You've been doing your sats, your affirmations, your mental diet. You've been living in the end for weeks, maybe months. And then you check your phone and there's nothing. No text, no call, no sign. And your brain goes, is this even working? Or am I just lying to myself? Listen, I've been there. And honestly, most people in this community have been there. It's not that the law of assumption doesn't work. It always works. The problem is, most people are doing things every single day that block the manifestation from coming through without even realizing it. And that's what we're fixing today, because the law is not broken. Your approach might be. So let's get into it. Number 1, you're checking the 3D like it's a scoreboard. This is the biggest one, and almost everyone does it. You do your sats at night. You feel it real. You go to sleep in that beautiful state. And then the first thing you do in the morning is check your phone to see if they texted. Bro, that's not living in the end. That's living in the waiting room. Every time you check for evidence, you are telling your subconscious mind, I don't actually believe it happened. And your subconscious doesn't argue with you. It just says, okay, cool. You don't believe it. Let's keep things exactly as they are. Neville said it clearly. The assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. But you can't persist in an assumption if every 20 minutes you're scanning reality to see if it showed up yet. That's not faith. That's anxiety wearing a spiritual mask. Here's the shift. When you assume something is done, you stop looking for proof. Think about it like this. If you ordered something online and you got the confirmation email, would you drive to the warehouse every hour to check if they packed it? No. You'd go about your day because you know it's handled. That's the energy. Stop checking. Start knowing. Number 2, you're putting your SP on a pedestal and you don't even realize it. This one is sneaky because it disguises itself as love. You think about them constantly. You replay old memories. You imagine this perfect future. And on the surface, it looks like you're manifesting. But underneath, the energy is saying, this person is above me. This person is the source of my happiness. I need them to feel complete. And that's not the wish fulfilled. That's worship. And worship is the fastest way to push a manifestation away. Neville never taught us to chase anyone. He taught us to go within, to change self, to become the version of you who already has what you desire. When you put someone on a pedestal, you're not being that version. You're being the version who's still begging the universe for permission. Here's the truth. Your SP is not your source. You are. Consciousness is the only reality. The moment you internalize that, really feel it, you stop chasing and you start attracting. That's the shift. Not, I hope they come back. It's, of course they're coming back. Why wouldn't they? Number 3, you're doing techniques like a robot. I see this all the time. People say, I've been doing sats every night for 60 days and nothing has changed. And when you ask them what their scene is, they describe this mechanical visualization where they're just replaying an image with no feeling behind it, like watching a movie on mute. Neville was very specific about this. The feeling is the secret. Not the image, not the words, not the technique, the feeling. You could affirm, my SP loves me 10,000 times a day, but if the feeling behind it is desperation and doubt, guess what your subconscious is picking up? The desperation and doubt. It doesn't hear your words, it feels your state. So stop counting reps. Stop timing your sessions. Instead, ask yourself one question. How would I actually feel right now if my SP and I were together, happy, committed, in love? Sit in that feeling, even for 30 seconds of real, genuine feeling. That does more than 3 hours of robotic looping. Quality of state beats quantity of technique every single time. Number 4, you react to every little thing in the 3D. She posted a story with someone. He watched your story, but didn't text. They said something cold. And now your mental diet is completely destroyed for the next 3 days. Listen, the 3D is the old story printing out. It's the shadow of the old assumptions. It is not your reality. It's a reflection of what you used to believe. Neville said, do not be afraid of the shadows. They are only the projections of your former beliefs. But most people treat the 3D like it's breaking news. Every little movement their SP makes becomes this emotional earthquake. And when you react, you feed the old story. You give it energy, you give it life, and then you wonder why the new story isn't showing up. You want the new story? Stop reading the old one. When something shows up in the 3D that contradicts your assumption, your only job is to say, that's old data. My assumption is what's real. And then you go back to your state. That's it. No panic, no spiraling, no checking their social media for clues. Just a calm return to the wish fulfilled. That's power. That's what Neville taught. And that's what most people refuse to do because it feels too simple. Number 5. You keep telling the old story. This one is everywhere. You talk to your friends and you say, "Yeah, we broke up 3 months ago. They haven't reached out. I don't know what went wrong." You journal about the pain. You reread old messages. You replay the breakup in your head like it's a Netflix series on repeat. And every time you do that, you are impressing your subconscious with the old story. You are literally manifesting the continuation of what you don't want. Neville said, "To change the world, you must first change your inner talking." Your inner talking is not just your affirmations. It's everything. It's the conversations you have with friends. It's the way you describe your situation. It's the story you tell yourself when you're alone at night. If you keep saying, "They left me," guess what remains true? They left you. But if you change the story, if you start saying, "We're working things out, things are shifting, everything is aligning," even before you see the evidence, now you're creating. That's the revision Neville talked about. You don't deny what happened. You simply stop giving it your creative power. You take that energy and you put it into the new story. And you tell that story until it's the only one your subconscious knows. Number 6. You set deadlines and then panic when they pass. If they don't text me by Friday, it's not working. If they don't come back by the end of the month, I'm giving up. Bro, you are not placing an order at a restaurant. You are working with infinite intelligence. Consciousness does not operate on your calendar. And every deadline you set comes from fear, not faith. Because if you truly believed it was done, you wouldn't need a deadline. You just know it's unfolding. Think about it. If someone told you with absolute certainty that your SP was coming back and it was guaranteed, would you care if it took 2 weeks or 2 months? No. You'd relax. You'd enjoy your life. You'd stop counting days. The anxiety around time only exists because you don't fully trust the law. And that's okay. That's human. But recognize it for what it is. It's not the law failing. It's your faith still building. Drop the deadlines. Let it unfold. Your job is to hold the state. The bridge of incidents is not your responsibility. That's the job of your subconscious, your imagination, your God self. Let it do its work. And number 7. This is the one most people completely miss. You're trying to manifest your SP instead of manifesting your self-concept. This is the real secret. This is what separates people who get their SP in weeks from people who struggle for years. They're not doing different techniques. They have a different self-concept. They believe at their core, "I am loved. I am chosen. I am the prize. People want to be with me. My SP is lucky to have me." And from that state, the SP has no choice but to conform, because everyone is you pushed out. Your SP is reflecting your beliefs about yourself back at you. If you believe you're not good enough, they'll act like you're not good enough. If you believe you're easily abandoned, they'll abandon you. But if you believe you are the most magnetic, lovable, irreplaceable person in their life, watch how fast things change. Neville didn't say, "Go fix the other person." He said, "Go within, change self." And the world, including your SP, must conform. Stop trying to script their behavior. Start scripting your identity. That's where the real power is. And once you get that, manifesting your SP stops feeling like work and starts feeling like the most natural thing in the world. Because it is. Look, here's the thing. The law of assumption is always working. Right now, in this moment, it's working. The only question is, what are you assuming? If you're assuming doubt, you'll see doubt reflected back. If you're assuming it's done, you'll see the bridge of incidents start to form. These 7 mistakes aren't here to make you feel bad. They're here to show you exactly where the block is so you can remove it and let your manifestation through. If any of these hit home for you, drop a comment. Tell me which one you've been doing. I promise you, everyone in this community has been through at least 3 of these. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to understand exactly how to build the kind of self-concept that makes manifesting your SP effortless, I made a video on that. It's the perfect next step after this one. Go watch it right now.